Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to RadioSilentPlay.com. I am your moderator for today on Sunday, February 21st, 2016. Let me start off by saying I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own due diligence before trading any stock or options. Trading stocks and options require lots of risk. So I want to thank everybody for joining us on a Sunday night. As always, we really appreciate your loyal support and also the participation. I know it's pretty late. We are in different time zones. One of the reasons we do this later is to just help with the time zone difference. Okay, so I'm going to go over a couple of setups. I'm going to talk about what's going on in the major markets. If you notice, we've had a slight bounce off major levels. Okay, let's go over some of the things that are happening in the markets. I like using the transports as a barometer. We were talking about the bear flag sentiment, but if you notice now, we're trading above that 21-day moving average, and we're also trading above that 8-day moving average. So we aren't out of pretty much the woodworks right now. What we've noticed here is we may have a potential fake out breakout. Okay, so this could be a fake out. What we want to see this do is kind of close above this area and see if you potentially break above this 7,300 level on the transports. Overall, we've gotten a supply numbers for oil, and we are oversupply and less demand. There is still slowdown in the economy. With that said, okay, we are still awaiting the setup on oil. Okay, oil has to hold that 29 level, okay, before we can start looking to kind of scale into these oil stocks. Okay, like I mentioned before, we are keeping an eye on the XLE. Okay, if we want to make sure that we check the Brent crude oil, we want to find out and we want to see oil break above 32. Okay, so that's your magic number. I want traders to kind of write that. Those that are trading the oil, the WTIC has to break above that 32 level. So we want to make sure that oil breaks above 32 on 2 consecutive closes. If that happens, okay, we will likely see a continued move on oil. Now, the key level, the line in the sand, is level of 29. If you close above 29, I expect a new low. Okay, remember our low is $26.70. That could break on the next attempt. Okay, you've already tested that twice. Usually, when you start testing levels more than 2 times, you likely break that level. Okay, so I want traders to kind of understand that before we start going long oil. Okay, so I want traders to kind of look at that. I don't know if many have kind of have heard, but instability abroad, okay, has continued. As of now, we're hearing a lot of tensions between Saudi Arabia and Iran. Okay, that's the new uh, catalyst right now. Okay, there's a lot of talks about instability out in the Middle East. Saudi Arabia being a friend of the United States, and also you have tensions with the Ukraine and Russia, also Syria. Okay, so those are key components on what oil can do. Okay, oil is the type of commodity that can spike. Okay, with talks of any instability abroad. So I want traders to kind of understand that. The next thing that I want traders to look at, okay, is the dollar. The U.S. dollar right now is under pressure. If you see this, this is a bearish engulfing candle here, and you're actually now in a downward trend. Okay, what does that mean, and why is it happening? Why is because the last Fed meeting they were talking about not moving interest rates higher. What happens to the dollar when they start talking about lowering interest rates and what's happening in central banks in the EU? Okay, we're talking of negative interest rates. So that means there's pressure on the US dollar. When there's pressure on the US dollar, okay, that means that the markets tend to inflate and you have a market spike. Okay, what does that mean for gold? Okay, if you look at gold right now, You have broken above levels, but you want to maintain and you want to see this kind of hold. Gold is volatile, okay? So I know we spoke about that 21 and that 8-day moving average, but at the same time, okay, it is a volatile sector, and I want traders to kind of understand that before going long on gold. You still are in a considerable downtrend. If you notice this is a weekly chart, but you are now starting to peak above these levels. If you notice here, we attempted to break and we never confirmed. Another one here, we attempted to break. Could it be the same situation here on gold? Okay, overall, okay, fundamentally, as I've spoken before, gold and silver is real money. Okay, but with that said, we still want to pay attention to the charts. Okay, do I think that gold and silver will move higher at some point? Yes, but timing is key, and also not being so aggressive on gold right now. Goldman Sachs the other day spoke about shorting gold and talking about lower prices in gold. Now we all know that sometimes Goldman Sachs shoots out bad information in order to weed out prices in gold, slowly bring the price of gold down, and then they start accumulating. So um, there's a lot of trickery in the market. So I want traders to kind of understand when you're watching CNBC and you're watching these ratings and these recommendations by these big banks. Sometimes they kind of fool you astray. So I want traders to kind of understand that. Next thing is right now, the weakest ETF in the market is the Russell 2000. Okay, so the Russell 2000 right now is in that bear flag sentiment. So I want traders to kind of keep an eye on that 103, 104, 105 levels. I did take a 50% starter here at that 101 level high. So I want traders to kind of understand the IWM right now. Okay, the IWM hit a high of close to 101, okay, 101.10, and then pulled back. Now what I'm looking at is for a potential kiss of that 97 level. So I want traders to keep an eye on that 103, 105 level. Okay, that's the level that I want traders to kind of keep an eye on. If you guys are already in the trade, just simply place your stop close above 104 on 2 consecutive closes. Another one that I really feel that is a shorting opportunity is these junk bonds, HYG. Okay, anytime it kind of kisses that 77, 78 level, okay, I like it for a short. Okay, there's a lot of resistance and there's a lot of talks that the junk bonds are going to be moving a lot lower. So I want traders to kind of understand that as a hedge. Another one is the TLT. Any pullback down to this 123 level will be a buy opportunity. Okay, so I want traders to kind of understand that that is a superior trade. Not too long ago, we talked about ticker symbol NVDA. We were talking about how NVDA was just a good buy range, and if you notice here, the NVDA gave us an opportunity to add lows as low as 24s. What I want traders to kind of look at is the NVDA now. You know, you have a couple of a gap fill position potential here, but I think the NVDA will be a buy opportunity here at this 27 level. So I want traders to kind of keep an eye on that. You've kind of held that support level on the NVDA. Okay, so that level there is holding. So I want traders to kind of keep hedged on both areas. We will have shorting opportunities in some areas, and we also will have potential on some long opportunities. And I'm going to tell you about where you can kind of like situate your trades. You can take some calls, you can take some puts just to kind of hedge yourself in case the markets go either way. Okay, so I want traders to kind of understand that. Now, moving along, I'm going to start off with the small caps. Last week, I didn't have that many small caps. Well, actually, I didn't post anything. I just felt that there was a little weakness in in the small cap sector. But now I think that we may have a little bit of more buying opportunity now. We had ticker symbol SUNE kind of break the levels that we spoke about before. Okay, now I'm looking at that dollar to $1.30 range, which is a probability level, and I actually am looking at the calls if you want to look at the July 15 calls on this one. I put this also on the small cap buy zone, and I also put it on the option triggers list. So what I'm looking for is any potential pullback to that dollar range. If it gives us an opportunity, I would like to maybe grab maybe 30% starter somewhere around the lows, and then keep my stop close at a close below 90. That gives me about a 20% risk. With the small caps, it's a little different, but if you're planning to hold this for a little longer, I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of test that $1.50 range. $1.50 to $2 range is a good profit range if we kind of test that dollar range. Okay, that's going to give us a 50% potential. So we're taking about a 20% risk to about a 50%, 100% move. So I want traders to keep the SUNE on watch. That's Sun Edison. Okay, the stock has been beaten down. Next ticker symbol is the GBSN. Okay, if you notice here, you're in a bit of a bullish uh, flag or bullish flag pennant here, and you've kind of closed in between that level. If you place a tight stop with a close below 14 on 2 consecutive closes, I do think we have a potential to kind of kiss that 20 to about 28 range here on the GBSN. Okay, that'd be a nice 30% move. If you can kind of get this like around 15 cents, okay, it can possibly test that 30-cent range. That's about 100% move. So I want traders to keep an eye on that Great Basin Scientific, the GBSN. Okay, it has been beaten down, but if you notice, you're seeing a nice tight uh, uh, channel here on the GBSN. This is what I call a mini bullish flag pennant setup. Okay, next ticker symbol is ticker symbol CTIC, Cell Therapeutics. If you notice, this is a very respectable bounce off that 25 level, and now what you're noticing is a potential Fibonacci retracement and also a bullish inside flag pattern. If we can kind of get this between 40 and 45 cents, I like this to about 60 to 70 cents. So there's some upside here. Simply place your stop close below 38 cents on 2 consecutive closes. This is ticker CTIC. What I want to see some consolidation here and a potential push higher. Okay, so I want traders to kind of keep an eye on the CTIC. This is a bullish inside flag pattern here. Next ticker symbol is pretty much a bullish inside flag, a little bit more narrow, but if you notice, you've kind of closed above that 8-day moving average. Any move back to that 8-day moving average of 50 cents is going to be a buy opportunity. Okay, I like to place my stop close here below 37 on 2 consecutive closes if it comes down there. Okay, so make sure you have tight stops. This is ticker symbol NXTD, NXTID Inc. Okay, and this is a NASDAQ stock. I think this stock has potential to kind of test that dollar range. So if you could grab that anywhere between 50 and 60 cents, it would be a good buy opportunity. Okay, next ticker symbol is a bit of a rounded bottom. Okay, ticker symbol is EBIO, 11 Biotherapeutics. Okay, this is a NASDAQ stock. If you notice here, you got that 8-day moving average moving into that 21-day moving average. So watch this potential to that kiss of that 25-cent level. If it does end up kissing 25-cent levels, I think traders can kind of grab a starter and simply place your stop close below 20 cents. Okay, this is a stock that is oversold. Okay, and you're seeing a bit of a pincher here. Okay, this is a stock that I think can see a move higher. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the small caps. Any questions on some of the small caps that we just covered? Any questions on any of the small caps that were just covered? Okay, there's a lot of bullish inside flag trades because I feel that the bullish inside flag patterns right now they're showing momentum. Okay, whenever you see those momentum, that gives a clear signal to kind of buy on the retrace. Okay, those are a little bit safer trades in regards to other trades. Okay, so that's why I picked a lot of stocks that are in bullish flag patterns. And the reason I say this is because the IWM is a little bit under pressure, but at the same time, there's a bit of divergence in these stocks because they're actually seeing more volume. Okay, when you start seeing these moves higher, traders tend to buy the pullback. So I want traders to kind of take that into consideration here on these small caps. Okay, moving on, I'm going to go over the option setups. Okay, these are going to be the option setups for this week. Any questions on the small caps? Okay, no questions. So I'm going to move on to the option setups. There have been some setups that have triggered. Okay, we actually entered Tiffany. Okay, if we come over here and I look at the Tiffany chart, okay, right now we're noticing that Tiffany is at some resistance. Okay, and for those that actually added Tiffany here at the 66, 67 level, this gave us an opportunity to hit that high of 66.25. Now it's trading at 64.51. What I want to see this is close below this 21 and 8-day moving average. Okay, if you want to place your stop close, simply place your stop close above this 69 level in 2 consecutive closes. What I did was I grabbed the 30% starter here, and I grab another starter here if it kind of hits this level at 68, 69. Simply, I'm going to place a stop close above 70. Okay, my contracts are for May 20th, so I have a lot of time, so I don't mind scaling into this trade. The retailers are under a lot of pressure. As you notice, as you have slowdown, there's a lot of people that like to kind of save their money. They're going to stop going to these high-end retailers, Tiffany being one of them. Okay, so I just want traders to kind of understand that. Also, we took a trade on the IWM. As I mentioned, we were taking that 101.10 starter. We grabbed the 30% starter, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my other partial if we hit that 103, 104 up here with a stop close above 104 on 2 consecutive closes. So those are 2 setups that actually have triggered. Okay, another one that we've triggered was the G Pro. Okay, was GoPro. Okay, this is trading pretty well. I want traders to start looking to locking profits. This gave us an opportunity to lock profits here at $13.40 off that $9.60 to $10.30 level. So I want traders to move their stops to break even. So that means if the stock closes below 10.30, we simply exit the trade. Okay, so I want traders to kind of understand that. Now moving on to the setups, I'm going to go over the setups. As I mentioned, I like the SUNE. This is a bit of a riskier trade, but at the same time, I like that dollar to dollar range, dollar to $1.30 range on the Sun Edison. Now I'm looking at that July 15 calls. They're currently trading about 66 cents. I'm looking at that 25 to 50 cent range. So keep an eye. Overall, I think that this stock can hit that $1.70 range to $2. So if we get a chance to buy the pullbacks 25 cents to 50 cents, I wouldn't be surprised for this to maybe eventually hit $1. So I like this for a 100% move. Next ticker symbol that shows a lot of strength and it is on a pulse breakout is this Allstate. Okay, ticker symbol ALL. What I like about this is another bullish inside flag pattern, and I'm looking for that 21-day moving average as a key entry level. That's $61.40. So that's going to be a key level for us to start adding the Allstate. Okay, I think that Allstate can kind of hit that 65 level to 67 level. Okay, so look for April 15 calls from 50 cents to $1. They're currently at $1.45, $1.50. So wait for that pullback. I think these stocks or these contracts can hit about $2. Okay, so we want to kind of hedge on these stronger stocks like Allstate. Another one that we talked about was AT&T, and AT&T right now looks like it could be a potential a move higher. Let me see if I got that AT&T trade. Well, I don't have that. Let me just set this up. Let me just show you the AT&T. This is the AT&T, which I think has potential. Still, we're waiting to actually enter this trade. This trade has not triggered yet. we're looking at that 35.50 level to enter. Right now, the 21-day moving average is at 36.15. So just wait for this level to kind of kiss right here. I'm looking at this level here at 35.50 to about 36 level. If it kind of pulls back, ultimately I want to see this thing kind of kiss that 35 level. I think that AT&T can eventually hit $42. So these are some stocks that I want traders to kind of hedge on. We're looking at Allstate, which is a superior trade, AT&T, and also Cisco. Okay, ticker symbol SYY. If you notice here, we've had a very favorable uptrend and a breakout. Now, what I'm looking for is any potential move or a pullback down to this $41 to $42 range. Okay, if it pulls back for us, it's going to give us an opportunity to potentially hit that $46 to $49 range. So there's a lot of upside here on ticker symbol SYYY Cisco. What I'm looking for is those May 20th calls at strike 45. Okay, they're currently at about $1.40, $1.50 range. So I want to see if we can maybe potentially sneak in some trades between 45 cents and 90 cents. I think these things can hit about $2. Okay, so I want traders to keep an eye on the SYY. Yes, we're going to have some puts on the IWM, the Tiffany, the GameStops, but we also want to take these trades in case the markets move higher. So I want traders to kind of hedge on both ways. Okay, that's basically it for the options. Any questions on the options? Any questions on any of the setups that we have on the options thus far? Any questions? Okay, so no questions on the options. Now I'm going to move over, if I can, to the OTC weekly watch list. Last week and pretty much the month of February has been very, very strong for the small caps. If you notice, a lot of stocks ended up triggering. We had the ticker symbol APYP, gave us an opportunity to enter at 12.15, rallied. I believe it hit a high of 23, then pulled back, gave us an opportunity to add it again. Now it's trading at 16. Okay, a couple of other stocks like PKGM have been ATM plays from levels. So what I want traders to kind of understand is you don't necessarily have to buy each one of these stocks, but the ones that you choose, just ensure that you're buying at or near buy zones. Okay, before I start, I'm just going to go over the trading journal because some of the reasons that we trade is to see progress in these stocks, and sometimes it gives us an opportunity to add initially, lock profits, and then add it again for a rinse or repeat or a potential pullback to support levels. So first stock I'm going to go over is ticker symbol SRCO. Okay, this is the trading journal. So this is a stock that we've triggered before in the past. SRCO gave us a buy zone from 12 to 14. That triggered on February 9th, 2016. Okay, the stock rallied, ended up hitting a high of 0.004, and then we talked about that 50% retrace level down to that 0.002 from the high. That did trigger, gave us an opportunity to re-enter at 1920, okay, and that was on February 17, 2016. And if you notice now, we're kind of putting in that next wave. It closed at 0.003. What I want to see this trade do is close above this key level, okay, on 2 consecutive closes and confirm above that level. If it does, then we potentially can test this 0.006 to 0.012 target. Okay, so this is a trade that I think still has room. So I want traders to kind of keep an eye, especially those that are still in the trade. A very nice trade. If you see the accumulation and distribution is on the way up, the ultimate oscillator as well is showing a strong trend on the upside. Next ticker symbol is ticker symbol LEAS. This stock triggered at 13.17 initially. Okay, then rallied. We hit a high of 46. Then we pulled back all the way down to that 13.16 levels. I sent out that mobile app and it gave us an opportunity to re-enter for a rinse and repeat. I know some traders, I think, added on the first essential pullback to 18, and they were a little bit worried about adding. But remember, these are low share structure stocks, so sometimes adding a partial at a certain range and then adding some on the way back is always a good idea. Just don't go head first in the initial entry, okay? I know when I added this at 13, I added some shares on the way up at 16 and 17. Okay, so and this stock ended up hitting a high of I believe it was 28, and then it pulled back. So I want traders to kind of keep that in mind. Move one on this was 14 to 45, then it pulled back to 0.002 to 31. Then we hit a low of 13 to 28. You have to ensure to lock profits, okay? These stocks are volatile. They don't just go into one direction. You want to be able to lock profits on the way up. LEAS has been an ATM, okay? For those who traded it, would have done very, very well. And I think the stock is still not done. Next ticker symbol is the MXSG. This initially gave us an entry at that 15 level, hit a high of 33. Then it pulled back to 15 again, gave us an opportunity to trade this up to 47, and then gave us that pullback from that 47. I said, watch that 25 level, and it did kiss that 25, and then you hit a high of 0.006. Now what you want to see is the stock close above 0.006 on 2 consecutive closes, and watch that rinse and repeat re-entry between that 27 and that 30 level. That's your 21 and your 8-day moving average. So I believe that this stock will give that opportunity to kind of trade this. So watch the MXSG. I do think with stronger prices in gold, this will rally. Okay, so this was just a nice trade. So as far as the trades coming back, pulling back, it's given a lot of opportunity to re-enter these stocks. These stocks haven't been just one-hit wonders. They've traded, pulled back to retrace levels, and given opportunity to re-enter. Okay. Next stock is the ticker symbol NUUU. I thought this was a nice move off the opportunity. It did trigger for us initially from 3 to 4, gave us an entry at 31, then pulled back the next day, gave us an entry at 21, and then it rallied, hitting a high of 0.006. Now, if you notice, you got a little bit of a 2-bar drop, expecting a 3-bar drop, so watch that rinse and repeat level. I told traders, if you entered between 30 and 40 and didn't lock profits, keep that stop close below 0.003. You actually closed at 25. So I want traders to kind of understand the levels. It still is in a line of symmetry. At the same time, we want to see this stock close above 45 on 2 consecutive closes. The BFRE is looking very beautiful. Okay, the stock ended up posting a bullish reversal candle on the weekly chart. Also, if you notice here, good support here at that 17 level. If you notice, we are in a line of symmetry, and we've closed above this level here at above 20. Watch that close above 20 on 2 consecutive closes. If it does, I do expect this stock to kind of test this 0.005 to 0.01. The last major run was back in October of 2014. And if you notice, in October 2014, this stock went from 0.0025 range up to 10 cents. So that was a sizable move. Okay. I would recommend for traders to kind of hold some shares there in case. Free shares. Okay, now I'm going to move over to the weekly watch list for this week. There are some trades that are that were on last week. There is a reason, because I think these stocks still have upside. First ticker symbol is ticker symbol AEXE. It's one of my favorite charts. It has what you call a rounded bottom. I do think that this stock will break out soon. Okay, it's given us opportunity to enter between 20 and 30. Okay, watch the close above that 0.004 level. If we get that, I wouldn't be surprised for this to test that 90 to 0.018 level. Okay, this did have news on February 11th, acquisition of a silica property here in the USA. I'm looking for that close above 0.004. You're in that pincher sentiment. If you see that MACD divergence, that cross, moving up to the upside, showing a pulse, firing upside. So I do see this stock kind of potentially breaking out soon. Next ticker symbol is a line of symmetry, bullish reversal candle, and it just entered the cannabis sector. This gave us a ×2 play. It triggered between 12 and 15, then ended up hitting that high of 19, then pulling back, gave us a re-entry at 11 and 12. Okay, I like this stock for the reason that the stock has announced news February 17, 2016, low share structure, okay, and it's updated February 2016 as per last filings, 300 million authorized shares, which gives me the sentiment of a long opportunity here. Okay, I like this stock anywhere between 12 and 15. If you look, the stock has announced news, a license and supply agreement with Cana Delivery Systems. Okay, they're talking about a new product here, a Cana Strip branded product. Okay, that's with ticker symbol LDSYF and OTC QB stock. Okay, so this has a lot of opportunity. They have agreed to pay a licensing fee of $25,000, and they're expected to profit and grow sales at a minimum of 600,000. Okay, for an OTC stock, that is significant. If you notice here, you are in the line of symmetry, and this is giving us a buy zone from 12 to 15. This stock can easily hit 28 to 40 and a breakout potential to about 0.019 to 5 cents. So if you do happen to trade this stock, look to buy that 12 to 15. And if you lock profits, keep some shares just in case. This is the type of stock that can go up to 0.01, maybe even up to 5 cents. So if you get an opportunity to save some shares here, I think this stock will be a good opportunity. This is a stock that did do their post-reverse split, so I don't see them reverse splitting anytime soon. So I do like that double bottom. If you notice here, we've actually double bottom here 2 times now. Okay, so I like this trade. Moving on. Any questions on ticker symbol WOFA? The buy zones are from 12 to 15. Okay, so 0.0012 to 0.0015. I do expect this to kind of test that 28 to 40 level. This is Wisdom Homes of America. They've entered the cannabis sector, so that is essential. I want traders to kind of understand that. I do believe that they have a ticker symbol change in the works, so watch for that catalyst. Next ticker symbol is a bottom bounce play down from 0.007 and 40 levels. It hit and kissed 10 on February 19, 2016. This actually triggered for us, gave us an opportunity to enter here between 11 and 15 on February 19th. Watch that pullback, okay? Watch any pullback between 15 to about or 12 to 15 if you start seeing some selling. I do think that this stock has a potential to move higher. The stock was down from 0.004. It hit a low of 0.0018. Then it closed at 18. Finding the mean or the average gives me that average price of 14. So watch that 14 as major support. Okay, this stock could retest that 35 to 0.004 level. You're talking about 150 to 200% move. And I think this stock can test that 0.007 level. Okay, next ticker symbol is ticker symbol SOUL. The SOUL I like. Okay, they just retired some shares. Okay, this is a stock that has or making games, okay, for the Xbox, PlayStation 4, iTunes, and Android. So it has outstanding shares of just 93 million. It has authorized shares of just 750 million. I do like the setup. You're seeing a line of symmetry here and a potential bottom accumulation anywhere between 10 and 13 should be a good buy opportunity. Those that bought at 11, okay, hit a high of 15, then we closed at 12. I do think this is going to take some patience, but at the same time, I like the levels here on the SOUL. If you notice the last news, okay, Soul Vibe Interactive Publisher Games announced today that its convertible note has been retired. So that's it. No more convertible notes here. That note was 400,000. That's since paid off. I think this is going to be a good buy, set, and forget level. This has opportunity, I think, has potential up to about 0.0025 to 0.005, even 0.01. So again, if you want to hold some free shares here, just in case, SOUL is the type of stock that can catch some legs. Okay, next ticker symbol is ticker symbol a VRCI. This is in a line of symmetry. At the same time, I think this is a stock that can pull back. Okay, it closed at the low of day 14. Okay, so I was talking about that 50% retrace level from that 20 level. It gives me that kind of probability level from 9 to 11, 12. So I'm scaled in. I haven't purchased an entry zone here. What I'm looking for is a potential bid. Okay, I have some bids in here from 9 to 11. I got some bids here at 0.0012. So what we're looking for is a potential retrace here. Can it hit? Maybe. Okay. I don't know, Mr. Field, asking about the OS. I don't know what the outstanding shares here is for SOUL. I know that they've since paid off their convertible debt. I know that there has been a lot of shares trading, but what that tells me is that the stock is liquid and it's giving us a probability trade. What I like about buying on the SOUL from 10 to 13 is that if I'm buying from 10 to 13 and I keep my stop close below 10 on 2 consecutive closes, that limits me with about a 30% risk reward. And I like that. Okay. That's typically how I trade. Okay. I usually don't find reasons not to buy. If the price is telling me that it's a low risk, higher reward trade, then I like to take that trade. If you notice, stocks like APYP, stocks like SVTE, those gave low risk, high reward, and those played out perfectly. PKGM being one of them. That was a beautiful trade from that probability level at that 0.002 to 25 levels. So sometimes it's good to kind of trade these stocks if you're at low risk, higher probability levels. Another one that triggered for us, this triggered, and I triggered a starter here at that 11-12 level, was IGPK. Okay, this is a stock that I talked about, that 10 to 13 was a key level. Okay, if you notice, we did a webinar really quick and I showed traders that there was a huge bid support there at 0.011. Then they raised their bid support to 12. So just keep an eye on that IGPK for that rounded bottom. Okay, I do feel that this stock in due time will have its break. It did give us an opportunity to kind of trade this stock from that uh, pullback. It gave us an opportunity to enter here at that 12.15. Then you rally, hitting a high of 23, and then pulled back. So what I want traders to kind of keep an eye on is the IGPK. This is a stock that is oversold. So the stock kissed that 11, that 52-week low, gave us an opportunity to trade that to 23, and then kind of pulled back. It does remind me a little bit like the PFSD trade. If you notice, some of those stocks kind of pulled back, broke support. The PFSD then had a nice reversal for those who traded the PFSD. This stock kind of reminds me of that. So it is a trickier trade, but at the same time, keep an eye on that level 2 when trading this stock. Okay, next ticker symbol, similar, very similar to the other stocks, is the ICNV. I know some traders kind of took this trade already. They wanted the stock to kind of break out. I'm being a little bit more patient with this stock. I talked about that trade. If the stock closed below 15 on 2 consecutive closes, we've closed 14 at the end of the week. There were some traders buying this at 16, 17. Now they're going to panic. Look for this stock to kind of kiss that 9-11 levels. Okay, I think that 9-11 will be a beautiful entry on this stock if it kind of hits that level. Okay, so watch that level. I am not in this trade, but I have bids scaled in from that level. Okay, next ticker symbol is ICNB. This actually triggered for us at that 0008 to 9 level. I added, the stock hit a high of 12 and closed at 11. I think that this stock has that potential to kind of, break out. This is a line in the sand, or a line return to the scene of the crime trade. Watch that 8 to 9 level. It does have authorized shares of 2 billion, so make sure you consider that. Just make sure you place your stop close below 9 on 2 consecutive closes. Okay. Next ticker symbol is a stock that we've traded before, is the SVTE. Last run, we added somewhere around this kiss of this trend line. Gave us an opportunity to add as low as 0.0033, hit a low of 28, and then had a high of 0.0188. It's back in this line of symmetry trade Watch that pullback down to that 35.50 level. If it does, I like this stock for a scaled in buy zone. I think that this stock can test this 0.01 level again and potentially break that 0.02 from the last move. Okay, this is a low share structure stock. It only has about 13 million outstanding shares and authorized shares of just 74 million. Okay, and that is pretty much your setups for this week. Any questions? Any questions on any of the OTC weekly watch list and how we trade these stocks? Okay, I just want to give a reminder. When a stock triggers, that's going to get sent out via SMS. I will post it on the GroupMe chat as well, and then I will go into a webinar explaining the trade. We've explained the trade very, very precisely on the NUUU. We did it for the WOFA. We did it for the LEAS and the IGPK. I want traders to understand you don't have to necessarily buy all these stocks. Pick and choose, okay, your setups, but at the same time, just ensure you place buy zones. Write it in your trusty notebook, your buy zone, and place a stop to manage risk. Okay, I want traders to kind of understand that. Okay, ticker symbol ISBG. Yes, this is a ticker symbol that I talked about last week, and I said watch the setup in case it kind of triggers, and it triggered exactly where we mentioned it. It hit a low of 0009, then ended up hitting a high of 1213 for that 30% move. Now just watch that 0007 level here. Okay, so this is a stock that hit a low of 0008 on February 16th. That's why I give these trades. Okay, this does have some shares, but at the same time, it's kind of double bottoming here. Okay, any questions on anything else? Okay, so Lipchuk says he is excited about AEXE. I feel that it is the best setup out there. Okay, the AEXE to me is just showing relentless accumulation, and I like that in a stock. What I like also is that it's giving you a perfect buy zone there. Okay, you're adding between 23 and 26, 27, and the stock can eventually break out and hit that 0.009 level. That's a lot of upside here for this trade. Can it have some convertible notes? Can it have some selling? Yes, but simply place your stop close below the entry that you got in, and you should be good to go. This is the type of stock that can end up hitting 0.02 cents. Okay, I like that from the bottom. So I want traders to kind of just understand that sentiment here on the AEXE. It's not done. That's why I didn't place this on the trading journal, because the stock hasn't really posted a significant gain. Did it give us an opportunity to enter at the lows? Yes, it gave us an opportunity to enter at 16 and kind of trade up to 0.003. But I don't think that was a major move. If you notice here, the stock is in oversold condition still, okay, from that level. So now many traders added at that 16, 20 level. Okay, so I want traders to kind of understand that. Sometimes these stocks tend to take a little bit of patience. Okay, so you practice patience, you're very diligent with your setup, and you'll be rewarded. Okay, any other setups, any other questions on any trades before we go? Okay, beautiful. So we've had a good February. I'm gonna keep on looking for setups to kind of trigger, but at the same time, just if you are going to post on the chat room, just make sure that you post ticker symbol, you post the bid and ask, and a price, because sometimes what we do is we kind of get lost in translation, and we got a lot of new traders, and I want to respect those traders. I want to give in, and I want to try to train you guys to immediately have a setup in mind when you start trading these stocks. Okay, don't make reasons not to buy. What you want to do is you want to kind of formulate a plan before going into the stock, and part of it is looking at evaluating the level 2 and also the chart. Okay, if you do that, you're going to put yourself on the right side of the trade. Okay, with that said, everyone have a good night and look forward to a strong week in the markets. Take care, everyone.